Let's start up with that first one on the left, the Seven of Swords. And this is work and prospects. Interestingly enough, I really dislike this card probably more than most in the deck. It's a card often quite simply of deceit. So around your work area, there could be some form of deception going on. So this could be either with employees or clients or people you deal with. So yeah, I'm thinking of both sides here. I'm thinking of clients who come to you, who you work with, so they come to you, but there's also the other side of it where you go to them. There's two sides going on, but it is a card of deception. And I always say to myself, when this is out, be really careful of who you are dealing with and how you trust them and the information you give out, especially around financial stuff and IT information. This is a time when you could get your personal identity stolen. So be really careful about internet banking and buying things over the internet. Do you know there's something that I do personally? I have a very low level limit card, like a Visa card, set up for purchasing online. So it has a minimum amount of money that you can utilize for it. And I think everyone should get into that practice so that if you do get your information or your identity stolen, there's a small limit of damage that can be done with it. So you keep your higher end cards where you have more value that people could get out of them, you keep those much closer to your heart and you don't use them as frequently. There's also the possibility that this deception that's going on could be coming from your own end. So there could be something that you are thinking of doing or planning on that's not quite above board, and you might be thinking, yeah, I think we can get away with this, I don't think it'll really matter. Think twice about that, because somewhere down the line it will matter and someone will pick it up and it will come back to haunt you. So it's a card of clear messages. Yeah, it's just quite straightforward. Don't do the wrong thing here and watch out for those who are and steer clear of them. So at work, just watch out for basically a bit of argy-bargy, underhand stuff going on. And if you see someone doing really the wrong things that they shouldn't be doing, that are against the laws of the company or your own business or whatever it happens to be, make it known to someone. Don't feel afraid about not telling someone else or not on passing it. Stop this person or these people from whatever it is they're doing, because they need to be gone. Number 2, the Home and Needs card. She is gorgeous, the Queen of Cups. She's full of love, and she's also very fertile. So there's potentiality here for within the home zone of fertility. Now this can be conception of a baby, but this can also be the bringing in of new animals or pets into your home, or even new people one way or another. So some of you might find your home zone becomes more full of something one way or another. She's wonderful to have around. She's a hostess. She's supportive. She nurtures. She loves. She's very tender and caring, and she's a good listener. So she's a water sign too. So whether or not this water sign person is in your life as a friend or a sibling or a role model of some sort, she seems to possibly play a part in and around your home area, or possibly she is creating, or there's this feeling of that in your home, which is really positive as well. So it feels happy at home, whereas it's a bit grotty at work for April. And it doesn't have to remain that way. This is just one card. So it's not the whole of your work environment either. Don't think everything's off. It's just one perspective or dynamic. So the Queen of Cups, just lovely, harmony, happy energy. We come to the 3rd card, and it's the 6 of Cups, and this is your luck and desires card. So it seems as though you want a bit of, you're thinking of things around the heart or love or energy or harmony area with your desires, and possibly again around your home, because this is a home in the background. So I think this is where we feel much more smoothness or glowing, happiness coming. It's from your personal life. You're getting more satisfaction in your personal life, I think, at the moment, with feeling content and feeling secure is definitely a word. That Six of Cups often talks about going back in time as well. So some of you may revisit something from the past, and it could even be revisiting homes you've lived in, or people that you used to live with a long time ago, or who were in your life a long time ago. So somehow they play a role in a part of the desire of you for the month, which, as I say, I think is the connection of love. So some of you may reconnect with people you haven't seen for a very long time and get that lovely feeling of, oh, how wonderful it was when we were kids, or back in the day, I remember. Some of you may even connect with an ex-lover or an old lover and reignite that one way or another. There's the feeling here that there's this desire to relive something perhaps from your youth, to regain some feeling of either health or happiness or love that you had some time ago. And that's part of this whole cycle of happiness at your personal level. So it's there for you. You just have to sort out which direction it's going at a personal level. This fourth card is the card of friends and support, and this is the wish card, number 9. It's one that everyone wants in their reading. So it feels to me like you have so much love and support around you, which is what we've seen with these 3 cup cards in a row. It's just much feeling of generosity and giving and support and nurture and love. It's oozing and schmoozing through the reading. So the number 9 could even be relevant. It could be like 9 people, or 9 somehow has a placement for you possibly. But it's definitely the feeling of feeling sated with where you are in life, with your friendships and the people in your life. You feel like you can tick a box off and go, yes, I've got here. I've made it. I've found the place where I find I'm personally quite happy with. So I think April, from the friends perspective and the social and your home, feels, really quite nurturing and positive and harmony filled. We come to the 5th card, which is your love zone and also the sex zone. And we see it's the 6 of Pentacles. Now this card is very much about giving and taking and the cycles of life. So it seems as though, for me, at the moment in your possibly personal relationships, you've got to do a lot of give and take. So it's not all just about giving, and it's not all just about taking. Because if we do either one of those out of balance, the cycle stops, and then you get up against a brick wall and nothing will happen. So you could either be the one doing the giving, or you could be the one taking, and it doesn't matter which one it is, because both are just as eternally moving as the next one. Oftentimes this card does mean you're in the position of doing the giving. So whether you're giving more support or love or harmony to your love relationships, which is what we've seen plenty of up here, or whether you're just receiving so much more love in the month of April. Either way, it feels like it's there and it's available. But if you aren't giving it when it's needed by these people down here, they could be your children, they could be grandchildren, or they could be your personal love interest. If you're not giving it then they can feel very vulnerable and left out in the cold. So just make sure that you listen to the words that people are saying and you hear what they need. And that's the other message of that card, because if you don't respond accordingly, they'll be thinking, oh, he loves all these other people, or he or she is doing all this, but not for me. So you've just got to make sure you balance that and listen. It's all about listening. The 6th card is your plans and goals. And this is the Chariot, and this is the card of plans and goals. You know, this is the power of the personal strength. This is about moving forward at a very strong level, of having achieved some sort of charismatic penultimate goal within yourself, and finding you feel powerful, you feel successful, you're driven to move on. The Chariot is movement and forward movement, and it talks to us of spiritual ascension and the connection to the power of spirituality, and understanding it and knowing how succinctly it flows between this realm and the next realm, and the usage of it, and knowing that it can be called upon. It's also about moving in a car often, so road trips, travelling, planning travels, something about your car. Some people may actually purchase a new car at this point in time, or you may need to spend money on your car in terms of maintenance. This can also be about moving house. It sometimes turns up when we are thinking of shifting. Now, this doesn't have to be long-term shifting. This could be holiday moving, so you move out of your house and you move into another one for a holiday. Lots and lots of different meanings for that, but this is, as I say, about your plans and goals. So you could be planning a trip, planning to buy a new car. Your spiritual involvement could be growing, and they could be goals that you're seeking to set for the months ahead. But it's a great, positive, powerful, personal, powerful card to have. The overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. So he's talking about money. And really, we didn't see a great deal of money talk in terms of all of these other cards, which show up as love energies or, you know, feelings energies. But this guy often talks about the prospect of new career opportunities, new businesses, new finance coming in, stirring up the imagination about how to earn more money, being offered more money, being offered new jobs. So some of you may be putting your CV out there and applying for a new position. Some of you may be offered new positions, money increments coming your way. So a positivity around finances as well. So I think when we started off and I said it's a sunny looking reading, it is. There's a lot of sunniness in it. Although we have to just, we definitely pulled this card back as not necessarily being sunny, but it's not all doom and gloom, as I said. So nice reading there, Aquarius. Quite within the month. I feel it's not looking too far ahead. So it's kind of about being in the month, being in the moment. Let's just quickly put these away and find out what your last card is. And since this is the 4th month, we will be taking from the 4th card down. These are the enigmatic little fairy deck. They're quite active. Let's see what your final message is. Wow, isn't that the perfect card for the Aquarians? Express your individuality. Every Aquarian I know does exactly that. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. See, it was just a nice message to finish off, you know, just like, why do you have so many friends around you then? You know, why do people like you and sort of follow you, like the Pied Piper, a little bit like this? Because Aquarians often are. They're just light-hearted, and, you know, people are quite attracted to them because of their individuality. So, as I said, I think it's a nice light reading for this month, and they're saying to you, enjoy yourself, enjoy the month, have fun, and be true to yourself. So, a nice way to finish that reading, that bubbly, happy reading.